A return to the political stage, Trump's background and presidential runs. Donald John Trump's journey to the political forefront has been unconventional, to say the least. Born and raised in Queens, New York, his early career was defined by real estate ventures and a foray into the world of entertainment. Trump's foray into politics began in 2015 when he announced his candidacy for President of the United States. His 2016 campaign was marked by its unorthodox style, populist rhetoric, and focus on issues like immigration and trade. Despite skepticism and predictions of defeat, Trump secured the Republican nomination. Trump's victory in the 2016 general election against Hillary Clinton shocked the world. His presidency was marked by controversy, from his policies on immigration and trade to his rhetoric on social media. In 2020, Trump sought re-election against Joe Biden. The campaign was overshadowed by the COVID-19 pandemic, which had a significant impact on the economy and daily life. Despite these challenges, Trump remained competitive, ultimately losing to Biden by a narrow margin. His refusal to concede and allegations of voter fraud further fueled political divisions. Gauging the temperature, Trump's current standing and support base. As the 2024 presidential election cycle begins, Donald Trump's presence looms large. He remains a popular figure among Republican voters and has repeatedly hinted at a potential third presidential run. Understanding his current standing and the strength of his support base is crucial to gauging his chances of reclaiming the White House. Public opinion polls offer a snapshot of Trump's popularity, though they should be interpreted with caution as they represent a specific moment in time and can fluctuate based on various factors. Recent polls suggest that Trump remains a formidable force within the Republican Party. A significant percentage of Republican voters view him favorably and believe he was a strong president.
Trump's enduring appeal among his base is rooted in a number of factors. His willingness to challenge political correctness, his focus on issues like immigration and trade, and his perceived strength on the world stage are all things we appreciate. Many of us love his direct communication style, even when it gets a bit inflammatory.
However, Trump's support is not monolithic. There are divisions within the Republican Party, with some members expressing concern over his continued influence and his role in the January 6th Capitol riot. These dissenting voices argue that the party needs to move beyond Trump and embrace a new generation of leaders. Despite these internal divisions, Trump's influence on the Republican Party remains undeniable. His endorsement is highly coveted by Republican candidates, and he continues to shape the party's platform and messaging. Understanding the dynamics of his support base and the potential for shifts in sentiment will be essential to predicting the trajectory of the 2024 Republican primary and the general election. Voices of support and dissent, recent endorsements and criticisms. The political landscape surrounding Donald Trump is rife with both staunch support and fervent opposition. As he navigates a potential return to the presidential race, examining recent endorsements and criticisms offers valuable insight into the forces shaping his campaign. Endorsements serve as powerful signals of support, lending credibility and rallying potential voters behind a candidate. Within Republican circles, Trump continues to command significant backing. Prominent figures, including members of Congress and influential conservative commentators, have publicly thrown their weight behind a potential 2024 bid. These endorsements highlight his enduring popularity among a substantial segment of the Republican base.
However, the road to the White House is paved with more than just endorsements. Criticism, both from political opponents and within his own party, presents a significant hurdle for Trump. Democrats remain highly critical of his policies and rhetoric, viewing him as a threat to democratic norms and institutions. They point to his attempts to overturn the 2020 election results and his role in the January 6th Capitol attack as evidence of his disregard for democratic processes. Even within Republican ranks, Trump faces dissent. Some party members have publicly voiced their concerns about his continued hold on the GOP and his impact on its future. They argue that the party must move beyond the divisive rhetoric and policies of the Trump era to attract a broader coalition of voters.
These criticisms, both internal and external, underscore the challenges Trump faces in mounting a successful comeback campaign. To navigate this complex landscape, He will need to solidify his base of support while also appealing to moderate and independent voters who may be wary of his divisive brand of politics. The Trump Playbook: Key Strategies for 2024. As Donald Trump sets his sights on a potential 2024 presidential run, understanding his campaign strategies becomes paramount. Drawing from his previous campaigns, a clear pattern emerges: a reliance on large rallies, aggressive social media tactics, and a focus on specific policy areas that resonate with his base. Trump's 2024 campaign, should it materialize, is likely to be characterized by a return to the large-scale rallies that defined his previous bids for the White House. These rallies serve a dual purpose. They offer a platform for him to directly connect with his most ardent supporters, energizing his base and reinforcing their loyalty. These events generate significant media attention, allowing him to control the narrative and bypass traditional media outlets that he often views as hostile.
Social media, particularly Twitter, will undoubtedly play a central role in Trump's 2024 strategy. His mastery of this platform is undeniable. He utilizes it to bypass traditional media gatekeepers, directly communicate with his supporters, and shape the political discourse. Expect a constant stream of tweets, pronouncements, and attacks on his opponents, all delivered in his signature bombastic style.
Trump's policy focus will likely center around issues that resonate deeply with his base. Immigration, trade, and national security are all areas where he can tap into existing anxieties and grievances. Expect a return to his populist rhetoric, promising to make America great again by restoring jobs, securing the border, and standing up to foreign adversaries. In addition to these core elements, Trump may employ new tactics to adapt to the evolving political landscape. This could involve embracing alternative media outlets that cater to conservative audiences, or deploying more sophisticated data analytics to target potential voters. So let's take a moment to compare Trump's strategies across the 2016, 2020, and 2024 campaigns. In 2016, Trump's approach was all about disruption. He positioned himself as the outsider, challenging the status quo and appealing to voters who felt left behind. In 2020, the strategy shifted. Trump focused on his record, emphasizing the economy and his administration's achievements. Now, as we look towards 2024, the strategy seems to be a blend of both. He aims to consolidate his base while also trying to win over undecided voters by addressing their current concerns. It's a balancing act, really, and only time will tell how effective it will be. Every campaign faces its own set of challenges, and Trump's 2024 run is no different. Let's hear from one of his critics.
Trump is facing significant challenges this time around. The political landscape has changed, and he's dealing with increased scrutiny from both the media and his opponents. There are also legal battles and investigations that could impact his campaign. Additionally, public opinion is more polarized than ever, making it harder to sway undecided voters. These factors combined create a very tough environment for any candidate, including Trump.
So, how might these challenges impact Trump's chances in the 2024 election? Let's hear from a supporter.
Despite the challenges, I believe Trump still has a strong chance. His supporters are incredibly loyal, and many people feel that he represents their interests better than any other candidate. However, it's clear that he will need to address these challenges head-on and adapt his strategy to the current political climate. If he can do that, I think he has a real shot at winning.
It's clear that the road to 2024 is filled with both opportunities and obstacles for Trump. How he navigates these challenges will be crucial in determining his success.
Trump's campaign is focusing on several key issues. These include the economy, immigration, and national security.
Yes, and his approach to these issues is generating quite a bit of discussion.
Absolutely. For instance, his emphasis on job creation and tax cuts is aimed at appealing to working-class voters.
And on immigration, he's continuing his strong stance on border security, right?
That's correct. He believes that a secure border is essential for national security and economic stability.
It's interesting to see how these themes resonate with his base.
Indeed, and it will be crucial to see how these issues play out as the campaign progresses.
You know, the issues that really matter to me are healthcare and the economy. It's important that candidates address these concerns directly.
Voters like S5 are looking for clear and actionable plans from candidates. The resonance of these issues can significantly influence their decision at the polls.
Recent events have certainly shaken things up. The way Trump's campaign responds to these developments will be crucial in the coming months.
The impact of these events can't be understated. Every move made by the campaign will be under intense scrutiny as the election approaches.
If Trump can effectively leverage his base and address key issues, he might secure a strong position. However, the opposition is formidable, and any misstep could be costly.
The potential outcomes of Trump's campaign efforts are varied. Success hinges on strategic decisions and the ability to adapt to an ever-changing political landscape. As the 2024 election draws closer, the dynamics of Trump's campaign will continue to evolve. Voters, analysts, and critics alike will be watching closely, assessing every move. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear: this election will be one for the history books.